Welcome, guys. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, this is the Alpha Motivation. If you're returning, the Alpha, thank you for tuning in, guys. I want to talk about something that's not talked of enough, right? We look at, influential people today, celebrities, whatever, that say that, you have to find your purpose, you need to, that we all need to be of service to humanity, which is true, right? That is so true, but it's so on the surface, the way people say it nowadays. You understand? Many years ago, right? many years ago, decades ago, thousands of years ago, I wouldn't say that it was much easier to get on your purpose, to know your calling and live out your purpose and free your soul, right? I'm not saying that it was easier, right? When you look at Buddha, he became the greatest version of himself because he realized that he had a calling, he had a purpose, and that was to not only find himself and enlighten the world, but it was more of freeing himself, right? His soul, what he came here to do. You look at, the likes of, Jesus Christ, and whether or not he did exist that's not the point. So the point is just, he was a leader, a person that came here to live his best life. You understand? He came here for his purpose, to help humanity, to show humanity love, to walk in sovereignty. You understand? And that's only the few people that I can mention. You look at Steve Biko. Steve Biko was a politician in South Africa, right? He lived out his purpose. You understand what I'm saying? Chinua Achebe, one of the greatest writers to ever walk the face of planet, in my opinion. He was from Nigeria, wrote so many African literature books. You understand? The likes of Napoleon Hill, wrote one of the greatest books that are, considered the best to this day. You understand, guys? And you might be wondering, okay, Luigi, why are you mentioning all of these people? I'm mentioning this because these people went through a great deal of pain to live their purpose. A great deal of pain. From confusion, right? To, feeling maybe the feeling at lack with themselves, feeling like the world does not understand them. But the point is, when you have a purpose, and you feel deep down within your heart that you have to live out your purpose, there's nothing, no one, anything, nothing can ever stop you. Nothing can ever stop you, but it's up to you though, right? What are you going to do with the knowledge that you have right now, that you have a purpose on this earth? Truly, if you're watching this video, it's no fucking coincidence. You're watching it for a purpose. And if you can feel in this present moment, deep down in your soul, you know that I'm only here to awaken you to live out your purpose. That is it, right? And I'm gonna tell you guys, it's not easy in this modern day society. It's not easy to live out your purpose. It's not, because you are met with so many challenges, and it's no secret now that there's a spiritual war happening. So it's much more difficult for us chosen ones to go through this shit. It's much more difficult, guys. So I want you guys to start looking at yourselves as a beam of light on this earth. The world is changing, guys. The energy on this earth is shifting at a drastic, beautiful manner. And so are you. So should you. And this is going to start by only shifting to living out your purpose. I cannot emphasize this any further, guys. In today's society, it's so difficult to live out your purpose. Why, you might ask? And this is because there's so many outside influences, right? Not influencers, influences. You can hop onto any social media platform, even YouTube, right? And you might see something that is so catchy to the eye, and you might feel like what you're doing is not enough, or that the path that you're walking is not greater or of substance enough for the world. And to be honest, we are always fighting with our ego, right? There is your path and then there's your ego, That is the voice that wants to be stuck in the matrix. You understand? So these outside influences are what we have to overcome. And I'm telling you guys, it's not easy, guys. I can't emphasize this enough. That's why honestly, I respect the person that's able to move out through the bullshit and literally live out his life, the life of his design. I respect that person, that individual so much, because I'm walking that path. I'm walking the path of starting something, not getting any views, having low numbers, but still going through with it. Whereas someone that is, putting less effort, into what they're doing, is getting so many views, with less effort. I still have to go through with it. Right, guys? But I know that it's for much greater purpose. It's for much greater reason. You understand, guys? And what I've come to learn is that it's not so much what the journey is going to. It's not so much where I am, but where I'm going. You understand? I realize where I am, and I realize that I've always wanted to be in this position. Literally starting up a YouTube channel, modeling, writing my books. I've always wanted to be in this position, but with greatness or with time and consistency, all of that will come, right? And greatness doesn't just come overnight. I realize that now. And in today's modern society, greatness is not going to come by you just sitting down and having doubts, guys. It's really not. You need to start adding value to yourself. Adding value, what do I mean by this? You need to start putting in work into reading just two pages in a day of something really of substance, and start integrating it into your life. Instead of hopping onto Instagram or YouTube watching useless content. And I'm only saying this because I'm guilty of it, guys. Honestly. I can literally just hop onto YouTube these days sometimes, and I see something really attractive, and I feel so inferior that I'm not getting so many views, like I said, But the point is, you need to start to separate yourself from this matrix and really find your purpose, right? The core of who you are, the core of what you want to be, your passions. Are you driven enough to live the life that you want? And I know, guys, it sounds so fucking mundane, these self-development or self-improvement things. But it's true, guys. We need to start developing our skills, our mindset, relationships, our fucking finances. We need to start to do that, but it's only gonna happen when you sacrifice something of a lower nature. And that is useless streams of fucking content, and start to replace it with something of value. And I promise you, we're gonna go to grander horizons. Guys, you are not alone, guys. You are not alone in this. You know, I'm also with you on this, guys. It's not easy, but it's well fucking worth it. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. Honestly, guys. Hit me up if you guys have any questions. Hit me up privately on my Instagram, on my IG. And yeah, guys, let's get it. Let's go. Until the next video, guys. Take care.